Hey YouTube, today has not been the best day for me. Anxiety wise, I'm just stressed out. We have a storm coming, possibly really huge hurricane near us, and so I've just been stressed out. I have post-traumatic stress disorder from being in a tornado before, so winds and storms scare me. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you about post-traumatic stress disorder and um, some of the things that I've noticed that go with post-traumatic stress disorder. If you know of like a soldier who's been in the war, sometimes they can't handle noises, like loud noises, and you might think that it's just because it sounds like the war zone, maybe like they can't handle fireworks or things that sound like bombs and such. And you definitely will have things that go along with what caused your post traumatic stress noises. Like if it's similar to what caused your post traumatic stress disorder, then you will like kind of relate that to that noise. But something that people don't think about is sometimes you can just have a hyper sensitivity to all noises. Like it can be a noise that doesn't even sound like what you're afraid of. I'm afraid of storms. I'm afraid of wind sounds, sounds that sound like my roof is like shingles are moving and stuff like that, because our house, it kind of creaks in the wind, and it can just be a breeze, and if it hits the house a certain way it makes a noise, and that scares me really bad. But I've also noticed with my PTSD that I'm afraid of regular noises. Like if my phone rings, I'll jump sometimes if I'm not expecting it to ring. My husband would call me when I was out walking, and I would say, "You scared me," when I answered the phone, and he'd say, "Why? What were you doing?" And it wasn't that I was doing anything; it just scared me because I wasn't expecting the sound. And so I just had that realization today that it doesn't even have to be something that sounds like what caused my PTSD. It just can be, a random sound. I've always been jumpy and had anxiety and things. Like I used to go, if I was in like a hospital, I remember, and I scream when I get scared. So when I was in a hospital one time, a lady was coming out of the bathroom and I didn't expect to see her, so I jumped and I screamed, and she was just looked at me like I was crazy, like, "Why are you screaming?" And but I just wasn't expecting to see her, so it scared me. But when you have anxiety, your body's like on high alert, and things will make you jump or be more scared or afraid. So you wouldn't think like I would be scared of noises, but that has happened. The other night we had a bad thunderstorm, and I'm not usually scared of thunderstorms, and especially if I can just hear it over and over, I get used to the sound and it doesn't bother me. But we had a bad one the other night, and it was when I was going to be alone in the house, up awake while my husband was asleep, and I had to go lay down with him because I just had to cover my eyes and cover my ears a little bit and try to get through that, and it scared me. So let me know if you have post-traumatic stress disorder, and let me know if you have found this to be true with you, that you have a hyper sensitivity to sound. My husband always picked on me and said I could hear really good, and now I'm like, I wish I couldn't hear anything. Like, not literally, I don't want to be deaf, but I wish that I didn't hear so much, like anything, like the air cutting on at church or in the house when I'm trying to go to sleep will kind of startle me sometimes, and I just wish I didn't notice background noises and things like that as bad. I don't want to take that for granted, because I know, some people would love to be able to hear everything and stuff, but I just wish it didn't make me nervous when I did hear it. So let me know if you have post-traumatic stress disorder, and if you do, what are some of your triggers or some things maybe that could help you get through that. I've been working with a therapist on some things, but it's mostly just talking, so I don't feel like I have any techniques to really help me get through my issues and things yet. But I just wanted to come on here and let you know, like, that I just came to the realization that people with post-traumatic stress disorder may be scared of all different types of noises. It doesn't have to be, just something that sounds like what caused their post-traumatic stress disorder. So if you do know like a soldier of the war, please be mindful of them when you are like going outside. Like sometimes our neighbors will shoot off their guns and things just random times, and that kind of makes me nervous because I'm like, are they shooting at somebody, or are they having a fight with somebody, or are they just practicing or something. So it just be mindful of other people, because some things can scare others, and loud noises and stuff like that. But thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and pray for us on the East Coast that we won't be affected by this big hurricane too much. But thank you for watching.